So I do know that this video just kind of came out of nowhere. If you're in my Discord server, link in the description, you will know that there was supposed to be a Let's Talk Sonic 06 video coming sometime this week or next week, but I decided to change that mainly because as I progress as a YouTuber, I will notice things, and there is just two things that I really feel like I need to address. Yo, what's up guys? It's your Sox5 and welcome back to a new video. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock all the questions out the way about why I'm doing this video. So I recently went back and I was looking at some of my old videos just to see kind of how far I've come in a year, and actually surprisingly, I don't go back and watch any of my old videos. So it was just kind of a trip down memory lane, and I mean, well, it's not entirely true. Reunion, that was just a freaking banger. I mean, literally someone called it their favorite video of the year and stuff. And ooh, that latest hooligan video, that's creeping its way into my heart. Okay, focusing. Sorry, that tangent was bad. But I did see my first Sonic Plush community video. And I went back and I rewatched my community video. And I was pretty positive in that video. Not to say that this community isn't a good place to be in. I feel like when I made that video, it was definitely great for me. And again, all these community videos are usually just based on my opinion, not about how this YouTuber is doing or what they said and what this is doing. It's mostly just how I'm feeling about the community at the time. And as you guys saw in the title and thumbnail, I have been experiencing and seeing some clones and haters around the community, and I really wanted to just go ahead and get my thoughts out there because I have a ton to talk about from my personal experiences and two friends that I have on today's video. And you guys already know who is in the video, and I bet you guys can already guess who is covering which subject. But for clones, we got our guy External Larry. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know which way his name goes. Is it zero? Like, I remember one time I typed in like Larry External 0.5 or something like that. I don't know how it goes. I'm just going to be referring to him as Larry. He's going to be covering clones, and my guy Fiber will be covering haters, while I sprinkle in my own experiences, thoughts, and opinions, and that jazz. So let's go ahead and dive into the first act, clones. So to start this section off, I'm going to be starting with my personal experiences with clones, and then we'll let you in on Larry's thoughts right after. So to understand where I'm coming from, of course you guys know I'm not a big YouTuber in any way, shape, or form, so I do not have a ton of kids trying to copy me and stuff like that, but I have had two people attempt to copy me via my YouTube video and a Discord server. And though these are not super duper severe and I did shut them both down pretty quickly, there's still things worth mentioning. And before I tell these two quick stories, guys, please do not copy or clone people. I do not go to your channel, for example, to watch Larry's content. I go to Larry's channel to watch Larry's content. I go to your channel to watch your content. Even if it isn't 100% original, even if it's just mini sitcoms, of course, that people have probably done, that's fine. That's an idea that I would rather go and watch. Or an original story. You got that, you automatically got my subscription, so just wanted to throw that out there. So my first interaction with someone trying to copy me was, do you guys remember the episode Reunion, aka the season 2 finale? No? No? Oh, all right. Jokes aside though, that episode actually someone copied pretty much like scene for scene. And of course, if you remember the epic final battle with that music created by TJ Hill and the Amphibia team being so generous to allow me to use it because of the Cuzzo Matt Brawley up in here. Anyways, that actually got that guy one copyright claimed, and that's how I knew, oh, something's up with this video, and it's also titled Reunion. Now, me not thinking that anyone in the world will attempt to copy my content of all content, I just click on it and I start watching, and literally frame for frame, it is almost pulled like it legit felt like it was pulled from my exact video. Now, of course, it didn't screen record and just re-upload my video, but I mean, in the beginning where Shadow's just flying down to the chamber with all the roboticized robots, when Knuckles went out of his way to go to that store, and I made that gag where it's like something like the store and Knuckles, and the final battle, of course, was Super Shadow and Super Sonic, and then Sonic turning into something, Sonic turning into Dark Sonic, and Metal Sonic versus all of them. That crazy final battle, he copied literally every little thing. The only thing I think that was different was probably some of the music, except for the final battle. All of that was the same, and I watched it within like the first 30 minutes, and I actually don't know how that got in my recommended, but I did watch it, and I talked to the guy, and we had him take it down. I did not want to make it a big thing, so I only did tell like a handful of friends that could also help me out and convince this dude to take it down. But at that time, trust me, that was it was interesting to see, like, I will be honest, it kind of flattered me at first, but then once I do understand, like, for people that get copied, like, on the daily, I do understand that it can be very annoying. And trust me, like, I couldn't imagine, like, having to deal with someone trying to just copy me or even lie and say, oh, this is my original thing, or I take heavy inspiration. That can get annoying hella quickly. And I don't mean to curse in my videos or anything, but that is, like, a powerful thing to me. And also as part of my script, and I wasn't going to take it off. But seriously, come on now. You really would copy someone? It still doesn't make sense to me why people do that, because I mean, like, do they not expect to get shut down? I don't see where it clicks with them. Anyways, my second story is the Discord server, and one of my friends from Discord, actually head mod Fiber, told me about this Discord server, and he told me that it was pretty identical to mine. So here's my Discord server layout. And then I don't actually have the photo of his because his server did shut down, and I didn't take any photos at that time because I didn't actually expect to make this video. But trust me, you see how I have, like, those emojis, like all the sections and stuff, and even some of the channel categories. He just copied all of that, and I was really surprised, but at the same time, no, I wasn't, because this dude, he did show not to be a very good person. And it was crazy because, I mean, his Discord server was pretty one-to-one to mine. I mean, it was almost like identical, like with all the categories and stuff, but you get the idea, right? It was pretty much just like an identical one-to-one. And actually his general name, like, he stole, I think it was called Wave Ocean at the time. In Blake's server, his general was called Wave Ocean. And actually, if you didn't know, I created, like, the, like, emoji stuff and the names for, like, in Blake's server. So, like, now I think it's called Mushroom Hill. I think it's what it's called currently. I got Blake on the train to, like, start doing the emoji stuff to make it, like, look a little bit more vibrant. And then I of course did that to my server. And then of course this dude decided to copy pretty much everything from my server, and just don't copy, people. And now we're gonna hear from the stellar YouTuber himself, just Larry. We're gonna hear from Larry now.
Hey, External Halo 0.5 Larry here, and you guys probably already know why I'm here. Ugh. The situation of people copying me and cloning me or whatever has definitely left a negative impact in plenty of ways. Some examples of this range from people having ill will towards me as a person, saying I destroy the community, and the bullying of literal children for putting a headband on their stuffed toy. What I feel people don't understand is people copying each other in this community is not just strict to me. The Plush community constantly steals from each other and other big names in the community, such as Spin Pro, Rosie Rascal 15, Mr. Gojira, etc. And if you want to go even farther than the Plush community, then no. YouTube content is no stranger to copying each other either. People see what works, they see what trends, and they milk it, they ride the coattails. While in my case, I feel the majority of people that copy me aren't doing it because they see that it's successful, but more so, they're doing it because they are younger and they feel like the impact in what I do, and they want to do something similar. What makes my clones much more apparent is how different my content is. You can almost immediately tell who's inspired by my work. I tend not to say much on this topic because people just love to stretch stuff out of proportion and get angry any way they see fit, but I feel like there's a big problem that people aren't seeing that's beneath all of the frustrations and anger in the community. I feel the biggest negative of this whole situation is the bullying towards kids just trying to have fun. People who seem to hate these channels inspired by mine also seem to have this mentality that Plush videos have to have this super original Oscar-winning story, when in reality, holding Plush videos to that standard is just absurd. A lot of these people are also hypocritical. Some of my biggest haters of me and my fanbase are people that used to do the same thing that they're making fun of everyone else for. And they'd use the excuse of, I was a kid. Well, with that being said, why take being a kid away from anyone else? I have no issue with a kid putting a headband on a plush and doing their own little versions of my stories, because it's literally a kid being a kid. Yeah, the clones have their own little issues and certain things, but people think I have to just hate all of these kids that do anything similar to me, when in reality, as kids, you get inspired by stuff and you try to do a mock-up as close as possible. That's what kids do. What, all of a sudden, because the Larry clones have gotten out of hand, we're going to act like kids don't do that? I've done it, you've done it, most people that are inspired by something have done it before. That's the whole point of being inspired, is that you would like to do something similar to that, and as you get older, you learn how to do it more original. On the contrary, what I do have a problem with is people that are older that are not only still copying my work, but stealing my music and tracing my art and getting aggressive over it being addressed. I don't appreciate that. But overall, I do think the harassment is really ruining the fun for a lot of people. And for something as simple as playing with toys, kids shouldn't be held up to such these high stakes to stand out and be original. Just let kids be kids. It's one thing not to like my content, therefore most likely not liking the content inspired from mine. But there's one simple solution to that. Just simply don't watch it. Having your own taste isn't the issue. The issue is bullying people who do like my content and making me feel like the scum of the earth for creating it. The hatred coming my way during some really hard times in my life really did some damage, and this shouldn't be the place for more hatred. It should be a safe haven, a getaway. This is all entertainment. This is all fun. People should start acting like it. I don't want a kid who's like 8 or 9 years old to feel discouraged to do what they like or do what they love because they were inspired by something that other people think is awful, not for moral sake, but just bad because overrated or that person is not good enough or whatever you want to make the excuse to be. I want that kid to do what he can do to be like what he's inspired from, to have some fun. As a kid, you get inspired from stuff and you want to do things similar to it to have some fun, as I previously stated. So do not take that away from them. They can even grow up and think I'm a garbage channel, but for that time being that they're inspired and they enjoy my content, let them enjoy my content. For people that they know are inspired from my content, if they enjoy their content, let them enjoy their content. They're kids. It's like kids watching a TV show. Let them watch the show and enjoy it. If there's nothing horrible really happening there, it's fine. And I feel like that's what the Plush community, in my sakes, has had an issue with. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So, as far as my piece on the Plush community, I'm gonna finish the story that I'm telling. I'm gonna try and keep my fans, people who like my channel or people who just stop by. I want to keep them happy and make people happy with what I finish off with. And to the people who think I destroyed the community or I'm just, the stepping stones of setting things down a horrible path, I won't be here forever. Newsflash. There will be a day when I'm done with it. So we'll have the next person to, I don't know. Thanks for having me, Socks, and I'll see you guys at some point, somewhere, sometime. You never know where I'm gonna pop up. Peace.
Ayo, me from the future here. So everything that you heard from me was recorded a week ago, and I recently just got Larry's part today, and this is me, I guess for you guys it'd be a day before the video's coming out. So everything prior was me a week ago, and what you're hearing right now is 1 day ago. And Larry, I have one thing to say because I just heard your part, and it did actually it touched me, man. I really want to just say something that's specifically kind of to you. So I contemplated on just sending you this as a text message, but after you sent your part and me and my girl were just sitting and we listened to your part, it touched me, man. And it did hurt me to hear that other people were hurting you and other little children. And no joke, it did sadden my heart to hear that, man. And though I do not know you on a personal level, I love you like a brother, bro. Even if this wasn't happening, we still would love you like a brother. It's not just me, it's your entire fan base. And I do want you to know that people who are treating others wrong and who are treating you wrong, of course, you know this as well. That's out of your control. Just continue to do you until you feel like, hey, I'm gonna step back and let others go ahead and do their thing. And I'm sure many people know that things are going on in your personal life. And of course, YouTube should be able to be a venting place almost for you to just go out, have fun, express yourself. Of course, you come with a story to be able to show your story and just have fun and not get crapped on for expressing yourself, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to add this part in because it really did touch my heart, man. I just felt like I needed to say something. But with that, guys, let's go back to the present. And actually, before I end this part off, I scrolled down on my script here and I saw this part that I originally had out, but I'm going to add it in now. And that's taking too much, in quotes, inspiration. Now, I'm not going to make it long or anything because I don't have many bullet points, but seriously, taking inspiration is so much different than what people nowadays are making it out to be. Like personally, I took inspiration from Supersonic Blake on how to create videos, and that's why people say that I'm kind of like Supersonic Blake when it comes to making videos, because I mean, he did kind of teach me how to do it at one point when I was becoming a better YouTuber than I am, and now I'm here today. But of course, me and him are on two whole different sides of the spectrum, him doing one-off sitcoms and me doing a story-driven show. That's appropriate inspiration, and I don't mean to like just put me into everything or anything like that, but seriously, I feel like that is like a perfect example of how you can use inspiration from other YouTubers. Oh, and final thing, and then we'll move on to the next section, is my quick input on Larry copies. How I've recently found a few of them, and actually a lot of them I didn't expect, is pretty simple. So it all starts out with the thumbnails, and you know how Larry's is like, it's just a picture of a plush maybe outside, and then of course he draws on them. And that's what I've been seeing with a lot of Larry copies. That's what they do, right? And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that screams Larry, okay? So fine, I can get past that part. I click on the video, and then everything's Larry. They try to recreate some of his fights. I mean, they have the little headband thingies. They have a Slender Man. They have Minecraft characters. One of the secondary characters at the Slender Man is named Jerry, but has a T in front of the J, and the T is silent, so it still spells out Jerry. Don't forget that part, so it's different than Larry's, right? And then, of course, you know, they have, like, the capes, and, of course, it's Chapter 5, Season 6 episode, and it's just, bruh, it's Larry's content. That is not your content. And then it'll be called, like, the Sonic Plus Show, but, you know, something different, like the Sonic Plus Show R or something. You know, it's dumb at the end of the day, right? And I am nowhere caught up with Larry's content, so I'm not like a diehard fan of the Sonic Plus Show or anything, or I don't know like all the bits and pieces of lore, so I'm probably missing a crap ton from the videos, but you get the idea. Don't copy people. It's not just Larry. Come on. It's not hard to come up with something original and build off of it. Man, do I love a good hater now and then, just so I can kill them with kindness, or just so I can see my fans kill them. Not with kindness, just straight up kill them. But my opinions on this act of the video is going to be much shorter because I break haters up into 3 sections on a meter. An extreme hater, a hater, and a subtle hater. An extreme hater. Someone who hates you and your content without watching, they dislike all your videos faithfully, they send you death threats, and are racist. Now, an extreme hater does not have to mark off all of those boxes, but if they do mark off some of them, or at least 3, I do consider them an extreme hater. I've had one of those, that being Sonic Drift, and I'm sure you guys all know from my Discord server who that douche is. A hater, someone who is ordinarily jealous of you or feels infernal to you via them wanting to be you in an unhealthy way. They dislike all your videos faithfully, and they hate you because you're better than them. I've also had my fair share of normal haters. Thankfully, they're mostly all gone, and actually they genuinely weren't that bad. Most of them, you could just tell they were jealous, and I mean, most people can get jealous pretty easily when they kind of want to be better than you or be like you. And I mean, trust me, it's usual. I've been jealous, not of any Sonic Plus YouTuber because we're all playing with plushies and stuff like that. But I mean, in basketball or in sports, I have been jealous before, and it does suck to be jealous. But once you figure out that, hey, I can be a better person or I should just be me, it definitely does help the process. So haters, instead of exposing you or talking crap about you, just better yourself. Stop being a hater. And the final one on my meter, and the lowest one, a subtle hater. Someone who talks crap about your content and then says no offense after. You think you've seen the last of them, but they continue to nitpick and only say the bad of your content. Now, personally on the list, this can be kind of a nitpick, and it's like, oh, you're just being too sensitive. And I can totally understand that, okay? But for me, I hate just seeing subtle haters. I actually hate them kind of the most. I mean, extreme haters are the worst, of course. But I mean, I've seen them not just for me, but for other people, and I hate seeing it because it's like, come on, dude, seriously? And then they continue to follow and follow, and all it does is just spread negativity because that's all they're doing. They're not really helping you because they never say, oh, now this is good, continue doing that. Oh, this is bad. It's not critiquing really either. It's like, oh, I hate Sonic's voice, or I hate that he's doing this, and this. Oh, no offense, though. We're chill, right? And then they come to your next video, and all they say is negativity. It's just like, please stop. I understand that you do not like this and this and this, but clearly if I'm not changing it, that means that, hey, I kind of like this and this. And for me, they're kind of the pest of the community. I mean, there's a ton out there, right? So they're not the easiest to get rid of. But with that being said, let's go ahead and hear from TheFiberFilms himself.
Yo, what's up everybody, and hello Socks, thanks for having me, man. So, what are we gonna be talking about? Oh, I know, haters. Now, yeah, me and Socks know a good amount about haters, and the things they do to try to, annoy the people who they're hating on. So, I'm just gonna talk about a few of the ways that they try to push negativity towards other creators, and just how you could kind of ignore it and counter it. So the first thing that haters love to do is pretty obvious, and I think everybody's experienced this before at least once, and that is dislikes. Now, the dislike feature is basically only supposed to be used if somebody doesn't like a video, kind of self-explanatory. But if somebody doesn't like a video, they're free to give feedback to YouTube and give feedback to the creator by disliking it. But unfortunately, that's the way that haters push negativity towards, or at least one of the ways. Either they'll dislike it once, or they'll dislike it multiple times on multiple accounts, or they'll get all their friends to dislike the video to try to make the other person feel bad. And from personal experience, I will say it doesn't make you feel very good, but there is one positive from that. This is the way that I've been able to get behind all the dislikes, and I really don't mind when I get them anymore. YouTube sees dislikes as interaction, so even if you get more dislikes than likes, YouTube still sees it as interaction, and it'll actually benefit you more than if they just didn't do anything at all. So next time you see your haters, you might want to thank them. Another thing haters love to do is leave negative comments. There's not much to say about this one. They just love to give negative comments to the creators. I guess the way to counter it is just don't take what they say seriously. Alright, well, those were the main points and the main things that haters love to do to make people feel bad. So, yeah, I'd just like to thank Socks for having me on here. Thank you, everybody, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir! Thank you, Fiber, for your input. And though Larry is a big YouTuber for the Sonic Plush community standards, I actually have seen a lot of people that have not heard of him, so go watch him. He's an amazing YouTuber, and there's a ton that you need to catch up on for his Plush series, so go watch him. And go check out TheFiberFilms. He is an up-and-coming YouTuber with an up-and-coming series. I believe it's called Sonic Invasion. I'm super excited for that, bro, if you're seeing this. So make sure to go check out his channel. Give him the 500 ASAP. And now that we're here, guys, make sure to leave a like on this video and future Sonic Tales videos, etc., because that actually really does get the channel out to more people, and that specific video out to more people. And if we can continue to build Sonic Tales as a show and my channel, and it could really help us out and get us up to the top of this community. And if you did enjoy the video, subscribe. This is the type of content that I make along with my show Sonic Tales. So yeah, if you like to see that in my show, and yep, me, my channel, and I, subscribe. Winky face. And thank you all so much for watching, guys. And with that being said, I love you guys. Wear your socks. Peace.
I can make a promise. I can make a plan. I can make a difference. I can take a stand. I can make an effort if I only understand.